I like how you guys come down like that because you know I'm going to talk. You can keep coming underneath. This is Alex Wintz, who is 17 years of age. Alex has been playing the guitar since you were
4.
4 years old. You're part of the Wachovia Jazz for Teens program, right? Let me ask you this. You got hooked up into jazz when?
Ever since I was a kid, my dad's been playing for a long time.
Your dad's been playing. Let me ask you, the Teens for Jazz program at Wachovia, why has it been so important to you?
Well, I've learned so much out of it. It's just a great program, and you learn directly.
Let's just bring it down because they're telling me we got some audio issues. It's part of the TV world.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to talk.
That's all right. By the way, so let everyone know, we did Mike Slocum in the first segment. We're taping out of order, so that's why I've changed my clothes here. The Wachovia Jazz for Teens program, talk to us about why it's so important.
Well, it's so important because you're learning directly from the masters themselves. I mean, the people there, the faculty, they've been playing on the New York jazz scene for, 20, 30 years, and they know the music from inside out, and the best way to learn is from the people who play it every single day.
Now, let me ask you, do you love reading music?
Reading music?
Yeah.
No, that's probably the least favorite thing that comes about playing music, especially as a guitar player. They're notorious for not being good readers, but it's just, just like being a good musician, there's always things you have to build upon, and that's just something I have to build upon.
Well, let me ask you, by the way, do me a favor, introduce your colleagues right here. I want to get out of the way a little bit. Tell us who they are and why they're so important to you in the band.
Well, on drums, we have Kyla Tedderton, and she's very important because she keeps the beat, We wouldn't be going anywhere unless she was around. And,
before you do that, Kyla, before you introduce your other colleague, Kyla, how'd you get into this?
Well, I was introduced to the drums about 8 years old by my god brother, James Rucker. He showed me a little beat or something, and then I would just grab it up and just soak it up like a sponge, and it just kept going and going until I just branched out and just tried to get as much information from everybody that I could.
Jazz in your blood.
Jazz in my blood.
Yeah, you see a big smile.
Yeah.
And this is?
Jim Scanlon.
Jim, how'd you hook up into this whole thing?
Well, I started playing bass in 7th grade, and I was influenced by my brothers, and I heard about jazz for teens from my school teacher, and he recommended me for the program.
Well, it's interesting, this Jazz for Teens program that we talked about with our friends. I'm on this camera, guys. We talked about it with our friend Mike Slocum and the folks at Wachovia. They say that they're supporting it because, not just because it's great to be into jazz, but it does something really special for a young man or young woman and gives them something they never could have otherwise. Break that down for us. What does that really mean for you?
Well, I mean, jazz is music based on, individuality, Each time you play a song, you're putting your own spin on it, It's improvisation, You're playing your feelings, you're putting your feelings out into the instrument as you're doing it, and it's just one of the most, as far as art forms go, one of the most individual ones.
Let me ask you, you've performed at the great New Jersey Performing Arts Center in Newark, New Jersey, right? Mm-hmm. What's that like?
It's just, every time you play there, it's just a thrill. It's a really great place to play it, and, I'm always honored to play there. It just sounds great, it's an honor. It's to be there, playing at a place where a lot of masters have played already.
They really have.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. You have a couple of songs that you've lined up. Loverman first?
Uh-huh.
You want to tell us about Loverman at all, for those who don't know what that classic is all about?
Well, Loverman, it's a ballad. It's a great standard, It's just a tune that, if you go to a jam session, you're bound to hear it. And it's just a beautiful tune. It's got a lot of soul to it. And we're going to try to do the same thing today.
Do you guys have a name for the band?
Not at the moment, actually.
Just I call it three very talented teens, part of the jazz program, who are going to entertain our fans all the way up in Maine, down in Maryland. Go for it, guys. First song is Loverman.
1, 2, 3, 4.
you.